Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Emily, and in today's video I will be putting together the 3D bakery box from Diva design. And I just wanted to point out that on the packaging it says that this will work with your XL die cutting machine. So that is important, but I also want to mention that I fitted most of the parts in this to my standard die cutting machine. It was only the largest part that couldn't fit through my machine. So you could make this work, but it's definitely easier if you have a bigger die cutting machine. So what I did now was just running through the top lid so I could have a see-through part. You can see here I'm using some acetate between my beautiful pattern paper and my a little bit sturdier paper that I used for the card box itself. Just cutting it, trimming it into place. Using liquid glue, you could use a tape runner or something else. It's a little bit slippery before it attaches together, but it definitely works. Here you can see how beautiful this top of our bakery box is. Now it's just easy to put this together, and I just wanted to mention that in this box there is a small difference between the bottom part's size and the upper part size. So you actually have to lay your dies on top of each other to see which one is the one that's going to go on the bottom and the one that's going to go on the top. And the top part you want to be bigger than the bottom because you want your box to have the lid sort of pulled down on top of it, if that makes sense. So that is what I did to know exactly which of the side parts and the top part I should use for which. Yeah. So I just wanted to point that out. You can see how easy this box is to put together. It comes together like in no time. And of course I did my die cutting off camera, and that of course helps. The die cutting part took maybe 15 minutes or so. So it was a while that I was just sitting and running my machine. But when I had everything in place, it was super fast to put together. You just have to think and make piles for the top part, the lid part, and the bottom part. So this is the bottom part, and I just wanted some beautiful pattern paper to the inside of my tray. You can definitely embellish the inside part of your sides if you like as well. I didn't do it for my box, but I embellished the outside of my box with some pattern paper. So cute. This collection is an older Echo Park one, so I had both the pattern paper, the colored cardstock, and the 6x6 pattern paper. So this one is called Hello Valentine. Really cute. And I will use it actually throughout this entire month. I just use this pattern paper. I actually used some of it last month as well. So this goes a long way. I know that Diva will be releasing some pattern papers this month as well, but I don't receive them, so I don't have them to share with you this month. So cute. There were also some new fun embellishments for this month. So this one was called Double Ruffle Set. Super sweet. You can see here I'm just creasing it with my fingers. I just had a tray there where I cut a bunch of these ruffles so I could have them, and you can see it's nearly like putting a rosette together. I also cut the borders. These are from the XOXO borders. There is also this beautiful heart in this set, so I will be cutting those as well. For the sentiment of my box, I will use a combination of products. I will use the Valentine stamp and die set. You will see that in a second. And of course I'm using this set, which is the Valentine Words of 2026. So cute. When I was done with that, I'm sorry if this is going to be sort of hard to see. I'm hoping that it will not, but I'm afraid it might be. My camera cannot go higher up than what I'm having it at the moment. So that is something I need to figure out in the future here, how I'm going to go about when I'm creating larger projects. Sorry about my nails, sorry about being so close, but you can see here a little bit better. I'm just taking some double-sided foam squares and just pressing this in place, and I actually doubled up, so I had two of those that I attached together which was really nice. And I wanted to mention and the roughness of this. Then I could have my heart with a beautiful pattern paper on top. So that was my idea. Between my hearts, I put some more foam so I can get some dimension and some more dimension, of course, to attach it. So I will just press it, and I had this standing up so I know how far down I could have this. For the smaller sides, I have this border, so I'm just lining it up so it looks like it's wrapping around the entire box. And then I can go and do the same thing. So here's how it looks. I love it. I think it's so cute. For this side, I will now attach a sentiment as well. And then we can call this project done. I'm just sliding this on top of the lower box, and you can get an idea of how big this actually is. So sweet. So this definitely will take up some space in your craft room, but I also think that this is something you actually can use and give away if you are baking cookies or something else that would definitely fit in this. I saw somebody who were like compartmentalize this one to make it have some storage room in it, so that is also sweet. So guys, thank you so much for stopping by. I will leave links down below for the products I used in this video, as well as my link to my coupon code if you like to use that for 10% off your next purchase. Until next time, have a great day. Bye!